First I'll say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Bashem Gakadash. On your divine to the apostles, elders, and teachers, great men, so from our learning the truth, and I'll say shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. And this is just gonna be centered around something that I went through yesterday. Yeah, yesterday actually. But at the job, whatnot, found out that there's a guy who I worked with a few times, but he was what people call a conspiracy theorist. He referred to himself as a conspiracy theorist, but like once again, when you go into like all these things that are called conspiracy theorists, some of the shit's true, but we got to talking with a couple of people waiting around and whatnot, and there is a Jake woman. There's a lot of women where I work. There's a Jake woman who I told that just testing, he's just testing the waters, seeing what she was aware of or not. But went to how Michelle Obama was a man, and you got the evidence of videos of whatnot. There is that one woman, there's an Edomite, who said that, and she immediately got killed after. But there's video with with their with his his rod swinging in his pants when they were leaving. But you have like channels where you have guys going into that, pointing out his masculine features on these female celebrities that people think are women. But something she said when I was actually showing her like the video and proof or whatnot, she said she didn't want to believe it, even though the proof was right there. And she seemed open to it, and she seemed like she did her research and receptive to it, but she's laughing and whatnot. But still, she mentioned how that messed up her whole mindset for the day. It's just something interesting because I hear elder brothers talk about how they personally go through that type of thing, and it's a difference between hearing it and actually going through yourself. And it was really interesting. Because I don't really talk to pretty much anybody, and let alone about the truth or whatnot. But I'll throw little things out once in a blue moon, just to see how people will respond, just out of curiosity. And that's what I did this time. And that just made me think of how these people, for like example, going into the truth, how these people, like she was pretty much like that's the bare, like that's like a bare basic thing to know, that like about like Michelle Obama's man. That's a bare basic thing. But that let me know that like her and a lot of all these other people don't know shit. And you telling them, it will like they'll immediately laugh it off, call it conspiracy theory, do a little they'll get a little overload and not even do research on their own. That's just something I found interesting, because especially these Americans, all you Babylonians who call yourselves Americans, you're fucking idiots. And the funny thing is, when you're told about something, you won't even do research about it. Some of you will, but the majority of you just go along with your little dream world that you've been put in. This is 2 Corinthians 4:4. In whom, let me see. Verse 3, but if our gospel be hid, is hid to them that are lost. And this is a Jake, and like what 2/3 of our people are completely, they're done. In whom the God of this world, which is Esau, hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach was an image of Yahweh should shine unto them. And that fucked her up. That's not like, I don't really give a fuck, but once again, just it's just interesting, seeing it in person, seeing their reaction. But how much more when if she were to come across the truth, and not only her, but any of these people, because when you go into the actual scriptures, for example, the role of women in the scriptures is a touchy subject when it comes to the people of the world, because now people, you have your equal rights and whatnot, right? When you go into the scriptures, um, the woman's basically a second class citizen. You know, I mean, obviously, it's not like you get your women get beat all damn day. It's not how that is. But the woman is under the man. You know, and there's some certain situations, for example, in church, right, where a woman isn't permitted to speak when she's amongst men. You know, and that would be a very touchy subject for someone, for a lot of these women who believe that they're equal to men, which isn't true. When basic biology, right? You like what you have to have like laws change to allow you to work. Um, take a look at transgender UFC fighting. You got grown ass men fighting women. That should tell you that should tell you something. But you can but Esau is giving women equal rights, and that's puffed your heads up. Another thing, the collapse that's coming, right? And I was just talking with somebody about this, just earlier. Like she's pretty much in that mindset that she has her weapons, hoping for the best. But a lot of you women are going to get the worst reality check in history when you realize that no, you can't you can't go toe to toe with the man. A lot of you may have weapons or whatnot. You may be able to last a little while. What you don't understand is you're not built for battle. You're not built for war. And the things that come with war. And war is coming. And it's just how it is. But America and Western society has pushed this poison into your heads to trick you into thinking you're equal to a man, which once again, it's just not true. But going back to this, that's one of the things that the people of this world have blinded these people. The Esau has blinded these people with. His philosophy, his doctrine, his wine, his poison. And once again, like that's just really, like I guess it kind of really hit home because he's like, as I was talking to her, I was thinking these people are really fucking idiots. It doesn't matter how smart you are, if you're not aware of what's really going on, you're a fucking idiot. You can have all the science in the world, but if you think your little what's something that you people like, your little military can stand a chance, like for chariots, right? You don't think that the chariots exist, even though you see proof of it. You don't think that if you think that your military can stand up to the very being who gave you the power to create a military, you're a fucking idiot. There's a scripture that says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And the Lord mentions how there are going to be a lot more people that are going to die than those to be saved, because once again, the majority of you people are just your big dumb heads. You don't want to. There's some, I forgot where it came from, but there's a saying. It's saying what you don't want to know the truth. You can't handle the truth. You people wouldn't know what to do with it. You'd overload. Steam and smoke will start coming out your ears. It's Jeremiah 5:31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will you do in the end thereof? And what you have all these, whether they be Israelite groups, whether they be your wizards and whatnot, people who you people look up to, right? Talking about everything's gonna be okay. This isn't that. We don't got to do this here. At the end, when everything is revealed that they were wrong and that these men over here are right, what are you niggas gonna do? Just realistically speaking, what are you gonna do when you find out that everything you've been taught, everything that you believed in, has turned out to be a lie? What are you gonna do when you realize that one term, continuity of government, is actually a real thing? And look up continuity of government. And essentially all it is the most important members of government are to be preserved in a safe space, and the rest of you people are just going to be left out there to burn. Look that up. And you see that in movies. But once again, when all you people who believe in all this other bullshit, all these other false Israelite groups, all these other leaders going off and shit, what are you niggas gonna do when pretty much the Lord cuts shit off, when everybody's in their place and it's time for everybody to stand on what it is that they believe? What are you niggas gonna do? And all you people in the world like who don't even want to hear the truth because it's too much for you. You niggas are screwed beyond measure. Like, well, a lot of you people gonna die. You're not even gonna know what hit you. Hopefully this won't cut off on me. And this is probably gonna be it. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And like what? The truth is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and he's gonna set us free from these mental shackles and then from the from these physical shackles, which is this kingdom and which are these bodies. And all you people, you're gonna die chained here to America. And you keep hearing the same thing over and over again. But what's something that you keep hearing over and over again that you've been hearing? War is coming. Look what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. You've been hearing the prophets going to the same topics over and over and over again. Now that it's happening, things keep moving forward. It's not shit's not getting better. As soon as like with this whole pandemic thing, they're pushing back on the jabs, right? They got all this shit in you people. Now they're saying, oh, now we can pull back. You have people dying left and right, passing out. There's one Edomite bitch who's talking about how she got the jab and she's okay. And a couple seconds later, that bitch she decides to to see what the floor tastes like. She keeled over head first into the floor. It's the same thing with all you people. Same thing with all the prophecies. Russia, that whole thing is going on over there. It escalated rather quickly. And the same thing is going to come over here to America. Destruction. And like, it's funny. It doesn't matter how much you people don't believe. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter if you, if you once again, if you don't believe, if you believe, it's going to happen. And going back to Jeremiah 5:31, what are you niggas going to do when you figure out that everything you believed in has been a lie? That you've been blinded to the truth? But I hope this is fun. So y'all praise this glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Kakadash. I need a double answer to apostle and teacher, great Muslim from my truth. Shalom to the hopeful like to visit instruction Babylon, great America.